In this video, I am going to show you everything you need for maximum DPS, how each part works, how to get each thing, and what order you should grind it in. First, let's talk about artifacts. This is one of the biggest damage systems in the game, and also one of the easiest to do wrong if you do not know how it works. Before artifacts can even drop, you first need to go to Snow Island and talk to the artifact NPC there. Until you do that, artifacts will not drop at all. Once that is unlocked, artifacts can drop from any world boss or any NPC in the game. Every artifact you get also gives one artifact milestone experience, and the max milestone level is 40. The higher your milestone gets, the better your chances of dropping higher rarity artifacts. So artifact farming naturally gets better the more you do it. 2-level artifacts themselves. You use dust, and dust comes from deleting bad artifacts. It takes 287 dust to max one artifact to level 15. So early on, do not waste dust on random pieces. Only level the pieces you are actually keeping. The Abyssal set stands out as one of the best choices for maximizing damage. Its 2-piece bonus increases crit damage by 20%, while the 4-piece bonus adds 12.5% crit chance along with an additional 20% damage. This combination makes it ideal for a high damage build. When it comes to artifact stats, this is where many players unintentionally lose damage. Your priority for main stats should be crit damage or overall damage whenever the slot allows it. For substats, focus on crit chance, crit damage, and bonus damage, as these consistently provide the biggest boost to your overall output. Next is Rune, since it's one of the biggest raw damage boosts in the entire build. The top choice is the Primordial Rune, which only drops from the Infinite Tower and has a very low drop rate. If you're aiming for maximum damage, farming the tower isn't optional. You'll need to grind it consistently. To enter the tower, you'll need tower keys. The fastest way to collect these is by farming strong enemies, especially on Lawless Island, which is also useful for gathering other important build components. Once you finally get the Primordial Rune, don't stop there. It needs to be upgraded to reach its full potential. The current max rune level is 60, and the most efficient way to level it up is by repeatedly farming the Extreme Rune Dungeon. So overall, the rune grind has 2 main steps. First, farming Infinite Tower to obtain the rune, and second, grinding the Extreme Rune Dungeon to fully upgrade it. Now let's talk about passives. Passives are a major part of the build, and the 2 strongest choices are Berserker and Executioner. Berserker provides a steady boost with around 20 to 30% increased damage and 5 to 15% crit damage, making it a reliable all-around option for consistent performance. Executioner is more situational but extremely powerful, offering 25 to 40% extra damage against enemies below half health, along with a significant increase in crit chance and an additional 7.5 to 15% crit damage, making it ideal for quickly finishing enemies and melting bosses. If you prefer a safe, always active bonus, Berserker is the better pick. But if your goal is maximum burst and faster boss kills, Executioner stands out as the top-tier choice. Next is the Triad. The best trait is Emperor, a rare secret trait that you can get by rolling trait rerolls, which can drop from any mob in the game. If you want to farm them efficiently, Lawless Island is the best spot since you can AFK farm while also collecting useful resources. Emperor stands out because it provides a massive boost, around 1.6 times HP, up to 2.3 times damage, and a 30% cooldown reduction. This makes it incredibly powerful, as it not only increases your damage, but also improves survivability and lets you use skills more frequently, making it one of the strongest traits in the game. Let's move on to stat rerolls. You reroll stats using gems, which can drop from any mob, but the most efficient place to farm them is Lawless Island, since it also provides a lot of other valuable resources at the same time. Your goal is to reach SSS on all normal stats, and then push for Z'd rank on damage, crit chance, and crit damage. These upgrades give massive boosts to your account, but they come at a very high cost. Getting all normal stats to triple S can take around 4 million gems, and each Z roll for damage, crit chance, or crit damage can easily cost 5 million or more on its own. Now let's talk about race, because this is another huge multiplier for your build. The two best options are Sword Bless and Warlord, both mythical with an extremely low drop chance. Sword Bless is the best choice if you're a sword main, while Warlord is ideal for melee-focused builds. It's a simple decision, just match the race to your main weapon type. If your build revolves around Truant, go with Sword Bless, and if it's centered around Strongest Shinobi, then Warlord is the better pick. Moving on to accessories, the best option right now is the Atomic Outfit. It drops from the Atomic Boss on Lease Island, which you can summon using Abyss Sigils. These sigils are farmed from enemies on Lawless Island, making that area one of the most important in the game since it helps you progress multiple parts of your build at once. Lease Island gives access to your best accessory, top-tier farming resources, and key upgrades all in one place. To max it out, farm multiple copies and enchant it to E10 at Shibuya Station Island. Now let's move on to clans, which are also crucial for your build. The two best choices are Pride and Eminence. Pride excels at pure damage with strong boosts and a stacking effect for extra output, while Eminence is better for farming, offering solid stats plus a chance for extra drops. Choose Pride for maximum damage and Eminence for farming efficiency. Now let's talk about titles. The best damage title is Eminence Incarnate, which provides an 82.5% damage boost. You obtain it from the Atomic Boss on Lease Island, so while farming the Atomic Outfit, you can also work on getting this title at the same time. Let's move on to Blessing and Ascension, two essential systems for maximizing your build. Blessing requires different materials depending on the item and step, from Blessing 0 to 10, with the main ones being Adamantite, Mithril, Iron, Wood, and Obsidian. So never throw these away. For a true max DPS setup, both your weapon and melee need to reach Blessing 10. After that, focus on Ascension, aiming for Ascension 8, because without these final upgrades, your endgame build isn't truly complete. Let's move on to your main weapons. For swords, the best choice right now is still True Aizen, which remains the endgame sword until something clearly surpasses it. To craft True Aizen, you first need the Aizen sword, obtainable from Hollow Island. The full True Aizen recipe requires a Transcendent Being title, Aizen sword, 1 evolution fragment, 3 Transcendent cores, 8 Divinity Essence, 15 Fusion Rings, 75 Chrysalis Sigils, and 35,000 gems. Simply put, get the Aizen sword from Hollow Island first, then farm the True Aizen boss on Soul Dominion Island until you have all the materials. For melee builds, the top weapon is Strongest Shinobi, obtained from the Madara trainer on Ninja Island. Let's move on to the skill tree, Boss Rush, and Tower permanent account systems, because this is where a lot of your final damage comes from. The skill tree should be fully maxed at 490 SP, prioritizing nodes that boost direct damage, crit damage, and crit chance, as these are the most important offensive stats. While not flashy, the skill tree provides a huge permanent boost to your account power over time. Boss Rush upgrades are also essential. Every offensive upgrade should be maxed since they permanently increase damage across your entire account. This means grinding Boss Rush repeatedly until all damage-related upgrades are complete. The same principle applies to tower upgrades, which are especially impactful at max level, granting 25% damage, 25% crit damage, 5% crit chance, and additional stats. So, farming Infinite Tower isn't just for the primordial rune, it's also key for one of the strongest permanent damage systems in the game. If you have any questions about this video, feel free to ask them in the comments. That was it for today. Good luck, sailors!